Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Rebel Racing Network for the original Rebels Lottridge Brake Pedal Arca series. And tonight we are at Kansas Speedway for an exciting race that I think will put on a fantastic show, as we are at the Skidsteer 100 in honor of Eric Burkhalter. Tonight, wish him well. And he's actually in the race tonight, driving with one foot, so we're going to keep an eye on him, see how that foot's going to be working out, and we'll talk to him as we look at the race info here. Going to be night by the time we get into this race. Right now, sun is setting on Kansas, and you see 1.5 mile oval. Kansas are really fast. Going to see it's the high line be probably making its way into the race at some point. Maybe starting off on the bottom. These guys will be driving, as I say, sentences backwards, which is good. And yeah, and then I think they'll mosey on up to the top, and we'll start to see some passing being able to be had up there. So glad to have everybody in here tonight, as we are about a minute away. So let's bring somebody up here that's already got their qualifying run in. Let's talk to some people. We're going to try to bring in some folks tonight and talk to them. Jonah Colbert is going to be in the booth with me tonight. Jonah, how you doing tonight?
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
Well, you came in real country, man. I like it. That's
man,
how
we're in Kansas, man. Got to.
Well, feeling pretty good after that Xfinity win, so I think it's going to be a good time tonight. What you thinking about this race? How you feel like these drivers, what are they going to deal with as they take these good old Arca cars around this track?
Man, Kansas place, it still has a lot of grip. It's not really an abrasive track like Atlanta, and these cars are going to be a little bit loose tonight, I think. I think you're going to see guys have that back end step out. It's going to be really high speed. Not going to be wide open, but I'm kind of with you. I think they're going to drift up as the run goes on and start getting closer and closer to that wall as it helps keep that momentum up. And as we know with this Arca car, momentum is everything. So.
Absolutely. Well, all right, let's bring our pole sitter out up here, Logan Sturgeon. Logan, this Eddie and Jonah in the booth. You got me?
Hey, I got you guys.
Man, look at you setting on the pole here. You're the Chuck Pegleg Pole Award winner. The car looks fast tonight. How you feeling about this race?
Oh, I feel pretty good. Kansas is one of my favorite tracks, and I always perform pretty well here. So glad we're starting out front. We're gonna just focus on saving as much tires as we can and keeping the car clean. Hopefully, we're gonna be there at the end.
Hey, Logan, this is Jonah. How's the car feeling tonight? Is it loose, tight? What you dealing with?
It was a little tight on that second lap that I was running, but I was about full throttle through the entire track. I don't think I really lifted, so I think it'll be all right once the tires get worn in, and but I think it's going to be all about that clean air tonight.
Absolutely.
Well, don't listen to a word I say. He just proved me wrong on everything I said. So.
All right. Well, Logan, good luck. You're getting gridded up now, and hopefully we'll be talking to you at the end of the race.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
There you have it, the Chuck Pegleg Pole Award winner. Let's go ahead and get that graphic up on the screen. He paid for it. We got to get it up there. All right, let's go through the grid as they are getting ready to pull off now. For the Skidsteer 100 at Kansas Speedway, Logan Sturgeon on pole. Jonathan Cofield starting second. Stephen McDonald starting third. Brandon Wallace starting fourth. Rounding out your top five is Andy Kurtz. Jesse Necula starting sixth. Starting seventh, Michael Morrison. Starting eighth, Travis Bieber. Starting ninth, Mickey Isaac. Starting 10th, Alan Wernicke. Starting 11th, Adam Lang. Starting 12th is Josh Oswald. Starting 13th. Oh, go ahead.
Starting 13th, Stephen Gibson. Aaron Adcock in 14th. Tyler Rice and Eric Burkhalter, 15th and 16th. Then you have Ryan Derrick and Charlie Gates, 17th and 18th. And then Phil, the Hitman Monzo, coming up in 19th, alongside none other than the Councilman Josh Slokenvitz in 20th. Chuck Phelps starting 21st. William, the Bulldozer Griffith, 22nd. Mr. Garrett Kender himself starting 23rd with a blazing lap time of 1 minute and 30 seconds. Let's go. Daniel D. Cunningham in 24th. Kenneth Pack, 25th. Brandon Pollock, 26th. Kyle Roberts, 27th. Joshua Smith in 28th. Greg Barnett in 29th. Matt Knighties in 30th. And Gene Watkinson rounding out the field in 31st.
Heck yeah. Well, all righty. We're ready to get this thing rolling tonight. As you see, the car's already hitting the track. And Logan Sturgeon blinking out a little bit in that Valvoline car. Hopefully that doesn't rear its ugly head in the race. But, man, that sun is starting to set. I think those everybody's getting the jitters out now. And I think these first couple laps, Jonah, as they start to try to feel these cars out in traffic, going to be a little wild, I think.
Yeah, it's always an adventure getting these cars on cold tires and traffic. You really want to get it throttled up off the corner, but when you do, that's usually when your back end steps out. So hopefully these guys will take it easy first couple laps, get a little bit of heat built up, and then we can really let her rip.
Absolutely. Green flag is out. Good restart there from Logan and Jonathan. They are side by side as they get ready to head down into turn one. Let's see what these cars are how they're gonna react with cars all around them side by side for the lead. Cofield going to lean down on that right side as Cofield going to take the lead right off the bat.
Yeah, looking like that high line's already kind of showing its power off the corner. Not sure if Logan was just a little bit timid there trying to get back on the throttle because you know how that low line is. It's easy to step out on you.
Well, and he talked about that. He said he's just going to try to save a little bit of tire, so it may have been too early for him to really fight back. But, man, we got a jumble of cars up here in the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th as Brandon Wallace leading this pack with Mickey Isaac on the bottom, Adam Lang, Jesse Nekula, Alan Wernicke, and Travis Bieber. I'm telling you what, this is some good racing right here.
Yeah, a lot of talent in that little pack right there. Wernicke, Adam Lang, Bieber, and even Nekula. Man, all four of those guys are real fast. It's going to be interesting to see how they handle this early running because track position can be important in these shorter races. Morrison going down saves it.
Yeah, what a good save there. As he got a little bit loose there off that corner, was able to get that thing wrapped up. Yeah, in that crew, you know, a lot of these guys are really, really fast. Just have maybe a little bit of trouble qualifying. Usually always have to work their way up to the front. As, oh no, Michael Morrison again. Charlie Gates goes around, and oh no. Can't get damn camera. My goodness, Charlie Gates involved. Michael Morrison involved. Caution is out. First caution of the night on lap 4.
Yeah, it looks like Charlie Gates just kind of got in the wall there and bounced down off the wall into Morrison.
Well, let's go back and see if we can see what happened on the Kinder Farm and Ranch Records Rewind. Yep, that's exactly what happened. You called it as those two are going to get to Charlie Gates is going to get into the wall. And then when he comes off the wall, clips the 21. Poor 21 just got it saved. And then, man, Phil Hitman Monzo with a hard T-bone. We're hoping that Charlie Gates is okay. That was a hard lick. Well, all right, I said we was going to talk to some people, so let's bring up some folks. Let's see if we can get some people that we can talk to. Let's see. Let's bring up somebody maybe we don't talk to very much. Ryan Derrick, where is he at on the racetrack? See, oh, he's running 17th. Let's bring Ryan Derrick up here and see what he has to say. Hey, Ryan, this is Eddie and Jonah in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, you're sitting there running where you started, was able to stay out of that issue there, running in 17th, 18th, I can't really tell. But how you feeling tonight? How's that car feeling? How you going to try to get your way up towards the front?
I was feeling loose right now. The track's pretty slick. I'm just trying to take my time and get my pace going and hopefully work my way to the front.
Well, what is – oh, go ahead, Jonah. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, hey, Ryan, this is Jonah. Earlier we had to do it for Dale race at North Wilkesboro, and you're running a Dale scheme. Looks like you got that Dale Jr. Budweiser in memory of his dad. What's it going to take to get that thing up front tonight, man?
Just try to take care of my tires and be consistent and stay out of trouble.
And use the bumper, hopefully.
Yeah, you got to intimidate some people.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, what channel are you in? Sorry, bud.
What's that?
What team channel are you in?
Pale Horse.
All right, thank you, brother. All right, good luck out there.
All right, thank you, man.
Ryan Derrick there, you heard him, just trying to save your tires. You're going to hear that a lot here in the Arca series. Is Jonah, you're pretty good at saving the tires. I mean, what's the trick? What are you always trying to do, especially in the Arca car, to really save those tires?
Well, for me, I'm kind of a rhythm driver. I don't know if it's because I'm a drummer or what it is, but I think you had mentioned it once on a broadcast before. If you get me out of my rhythm, that's really when I start making mistakes. And Arca car is definitely a rhythm car. You gotta set a rhythm early, pick a pace, and don't overdrive it. If you go too fast, and the car will go faster if you let it, but you just got to pick that pace and stick with it through as long of the run as you can. And even if you're losing a position here or there, it's something you're willing to give up. Because you know later in the run that you're going to be running those guys back down. But of course, the trade off to that is you may give up a little trap position early in the run, and so if caution comes out, you may have a net loss there. But if it ends up going green, then you're going to gain from it. So it's always a strategy call, and you got to pick and choose when the right time to kind of step on the gas. So.
Yeah, it does seem like there's a balance there that you have to hit just right of saving tires, but also holding on to track position. That's what qualifying up front makes everything just a lot easier because you just have the track position. But getting ready to go back green, Cofield going to lead us down to this restart. He's going to have control of it this time, so going to see him probably get a pretty decent jump. Taking a long time to get going. Finally gets going. Going to get a small.
Oh,
we got a wreckage. Oh, Aaron
Looks
Adcock.
like Aaron Adcock.
Yeah, 53 is Stephen Gibson going through the grass here. But we stay green, no caution out. Dang, you hate to see that. What happened? Let's go back and see. We'll just go ahead and rewind it. Get an idea. We'll get right back to the action as soon as we know. Probably just an accordion effect here as
yeah, it looks like he got bumped in the back by Tyler Rice and it just got him turned around.
Yeah. They are back rolling now, so if you're an Aaron Adcock fan, don't worry. That man is he got no quit in him, and he'll be brought back up to the front before you know it. Watching the front up here, no surprise, see Andy Kurtz already kind of jumping up to the outside and bringing that 5 car to the front. He's been running that Budweiser 2001 scheme for a long time, and he is making that top side work right now.
Yeah, Andy's one of my favorite drivers in the league. He's a real clean driver. He'll race you hard, but you can always trust him. You stick your car up on his door, and he won't budge an inch. And man, he snookered me last week at Darlington, and he earned every bit of it. He's a fast guy. Caution is out.
Oh, caution's out. Looks like William Griffin has gone around. Let's go back with the Kinder Farm Ranch wreckage rewind and see what happened to him. 47 of Josh Smith gets into the back of him. Maybe Josh had a little bit of a run there. Maybe didn't know where he was going. And go back and watch that from Josh's point of view. See Josh kind of working that high side. See, just getting a huge run here. See the 12 getting a little squirrely. Well, I don't know. Maybe he didn't know they were 3 wide or something. I'm not sure, but Elias under caution yet again on lap 10. Who's our biggest mover of the race? Matt Knights. Man, boy, that joker's moving. Let's bring old Matt Knights up in here and talk to him.
Sounds good.
Hey, Matt, this is Eddie and Jonah in the booth. You got us? Matt Knights. This is Eddie and Jonah in the booth. You got us?
What's happening?
What's going on, man? Well, hey, we sitting there looking at you. You're up 11 spots and only 10 laps, man. You are on the move. What's going on? What's it like out there, and what you doing to be able to make up these spots so quickly?
Just don't get in trouble. That's all. We got a long way to go, and I think there's some people trying to win this thing, but in the first 10 laps, and we still got 57, 58 to go.
Yep, absolutely.
Just keep the car clean, and we'll see what happens.
Well, man, at this pace, 11 cars in 10 laps, I think, by the end of this, if you keep that pace up, you might lap the field 2 or 3 times. So what's your secret?
Hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves now. Come on.
Oh, come on. We got to build up a little confidence in you now.
You guys know my secret. I have 3 simple goals. Number 1, finish the race. Right? Number 2, don't wreck. There's always another race tomorrow, and I race in real life with my son in karts, and we don't have fast repairs.
Yeah.
So just stay in the habit of, not destroying your stuff. And then 3, if I can get a, top 15.
Kill the 17. Oh,
Kill
no,
it.
go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No, there's a 99 does that, but
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, all right, Matt. Well, good. Thank you for talking to us. We're just trying to get some people up in here and get some ideas of what to expect tonight. Want to talk to somebody who has moved up the furthest and the quickest. And so, good luck the rest of the race, and hope you have a good time.
it's always a pleasure. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Matt Knight's there in that 64 Snap-on Chevrolet. But up front right now, Jonathan Cofield already 2 quick cautions there, Jonah. I think that might be the expected. This seems like a really fast track. I don't know. There's a lot going on. Lots of guys taking it easy. A lot of guys that can really push it. Seems like the idea of saving tires versus a car that can really stay on throttle and keep the momentum up can cause some havoc there in the midfield.
Yeah, this is one of those tracks. It's kind of it's a hit or miss. Either you're going to get a lot of cautions, you're going to get a lot of green flag laps, and you just never know which one's going to happen. So it's kind of like we talked about earlier. You're playing the track position game versus saving tires, and right now I think you got to play the track position game too. The more cautions come out, the more the intensity is going to ramp up from these guys, and you're going to see even dicier moves as the race goes on. So.
Yeah, and there's just not a whole lot of laps in the Arca series. That's the only tough thing about trying to take it easy, like a lot of these guys are saying. If you take it easy too long, you'll look up and it'll be 10 to go, and you'll be running 10th, and you just have nowhere to go. So if you plan on winning this race, you got to do like Andy Kurtz and Alan Wernicke and those guys and make your way towards the front as soon as possible because you don't know what the cautions are going to do. And, at some point, there's just be too many cars. You can't pass them all.
Yeah, I think sometimes you just got to take a risk with the tires and just kind of let it all hang out there early on, make up as much time as you can, and hope for the best. And if you do end up getting a long run, maybe you can cool them off, something like that. And just overall, it's probably still a net gain, even if you get passed on a long run. But I think you're right in this race. I think you just got to go.
Well, and go is what we're about to do here as we head down the backstretch with 1 to go. And man, I tell you. Good paint schemes in here tonight. It's going to be hard. Gonna be hard.
Oh, man, I've been looking at them.
It's going to be hard to pick a paint scheme of the race, Smil Racing Designs. I'm really, really having a hard time not picking one car that's playing the judge, and that's that number 4 machine. The Ripcord chassis with the Rebel Racing Network sponsored on the hood there. It's going to be hard not to pick that car, but we'll see. We'll hang on to it for a little while. We'll mill over it a little bit as we get ready to go back green. Cofield going to lead us back down to the green flag. And green flag is out. Jonathan Cofield gets another nice jump. So important that he got that lead early in the race because now he gets to control the restarts. And, man, that just gives you such a huge advantage. You see 4/10s going into turn 1. That's a big deal, getting that clean air.
Yeah, and I haven't really asked anybody. I wonder how much of an effect the draft plays here. I wonder if jumping out to that big of a lead is a good thing or if they're just going to come back up to him and blow his doors off.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, these two up front, they are racing like hell for second place, and this is awesome. We saw Logan Surgeon do a little slide job on Andy Kurtz, and he tucked down low and took that position right back, and now Logan Surgeon trying to fight back here all over the back bumper of that 5 machine. And we got somebody up in the wall up there. Who is that? Adam Lang in the wall.
Stuck to the wall again. That's no place you want to be in this car. It's as Logan's getting into the wall in the turn 3 now. Same thing. That car feels like a magnet. Once it gets up into the wall, it doesn't want to come off there, and you got to yank the wheel. And Logan's just holding it up there, trying not to wreck anybody as he loses several positions. He's all the way at the back of the pack now.
Yeah, that's a bummer right there. As he was having such a great race. We saw Adam Lang do that last week where he got stuck for like 2 or 3 laps there and just couldn't get off. And it's like I said, it's a danger because you get out there and you get stuck to the wall and you can try to rip it off by turning hard to the left. But what happens is you end up running into somebody. And so so Logan Surgeon in the wall again. He is really struggling. we'll kind of go back a couple laps and see maybe what started that. We'll go on board with Logan here as he's trying to work on the 5. Try to speed it up so we don't miss any action, but kind of want to see. Oh yeah, he gets into the wall going into the corner. As we look like we've got maybe an accident on track as I'm farting around. Yeah, gets into the wall going into the corner and just could not get off of it there. So something to pay attention to is Daniel Cunningham is right front tire is completely jacked up there. Jonah, did you see what happened there?
I did not see it. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that.
Let's do the wreckage rewind. Let's see what happened to him. He's got Tyler Rice on his rear bumper, and man, Tyler, like he was trying to get a run there on the 54, and the 54 holding it low, maybe trying to stop the run there, and Tyler just gets into him, and Daniel, same thing, gets stuck to that wall, but his right front is gone.
That's unfortunate. I think he had a fast car, but he's going to be stuck now, a lap down. He's going to have to hope for a caution to come out.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's one of those things where you have to hope that frustration doesn't set in, and maybe he's got somebody there telling him not to quit out because you just never know what can happen in some of these races. But back up front, though, Andy Kurtz not running down the 153 Jonathan Cofield like I thought maybe he would. Working that top side. You know, something we haven't really talked about, that top side will burn that right front up, Jonah.
Yeah, it will, and he's really ripping the wall there in 3 and 4. Be interesting to see how that plays out over the long run. I'm not real sure about that strategy. I haven't run this car here, so that's why I just kind of have to watch it. I know when we ran the trucks, it seemed like 1 and 2 was the place to run the wall, not 3 and 4, so that's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, for sure. We've got a lot of people on the move. Kyle Roberts here. Oh, my goodness. 3 wide racing here. Chuck Pegleg Phelps. Oh, my goodness. And Greg Barnett gets into the wall and was able to save it. But, man, this is a gaggle if I've ever seen one myself. Adam Lang trying to make his way back up to the front. And it is just a cluster F you know what right here. A lot of these guys.
I think the issue with people getting in the wall, I think, is when you're trying to run the wall in 3 and 4, you get real close to that backstretch wall, and what you don't realize is that safer barrier kind of kicks out just a little bit before you're ready for it. And it's like I said, with this car, it's like a magnet. It just pulls you into it. You're just kind of stuck there. So,
well, speaking of stuck there, the 8 car Adam Lang all over the back bumper of the 75 of Chuck Pegleg. So, man, these guys are racing their guts out.
Yeah, they got to go. It's time to go, man. We're already on lap 22, so yeah, we're a third of the way through this race.
Yeah, if we end up going green the rest of the way, I mean, you got to, you can't piddle around, that's for sure. But you see Aaron Adcock there, who we saw spinning down the.
Caution is out.
Oh, caution out. Look like Logan Surgeon has gone around. Let's go see what happened to him. Oh, just climbs up into the wall, gets stuck again, and spins her out. Boom, right into the inside wall. So that wall is really getting some folks. We're under caution, so that's going to tighten everybody up.
And we have got some big movers in this race. We got Greg Barnett up 15 spots. Joshua Smith up 15 spots.
Kyle Roberts up 15 spots as well. So speaking of Kyle Roberts, hell, let's bring him in here and talk to him.
That's a good one.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to wait till he gets into pit road, comes out. I don't want to. I don't want to call somebody to miss pit road or goober up the race, so we'll wait till they get done.
Yeah, Kyle definitely doesn't need any help in that department.
Well, we'll bring him up here as soon as they get done with pit stop. Well, I can imagine the pit road's going to be wide open as everybody will come down and get some tires.
All right, man. Well, I need to know, what are some of your nominations for paint of the night? I know you said the 4. You're looking at that 4 car. Who else you thinking?
Well, you know, just top of my head, I'll be honest with you. I lied when I said I was looking at a bunch of them. I was really only seeing that one. But But, hey, look, I'm taking suggestions for sure. So you tell me who you like and who you think.
Well,
The 17, I'll be honest with you, I would never tell him to his face, but Josh Oswald's, his schemes that he builds are some of my favorite. I like everything about
why
everything
wouldn't you
he
say it
does.
to his face?
Well, I don't want him to get a big head.
That's true.
I don't want to
And
get a
I'll
big
tell you
head.
what, that 53 car, Stephen Gibson, I don't know, man. It's that orange and black doing something for me. I really like the orange and black look on that car. I like Tyler Rice's car just because it's wild. It's got a good look to it too. But I think oof, I'm not ready to make a decision yet. Maybe next caution I'll have my pick for you.
Yeah, if we watch the battle off pit road, Cofield is going to win that battle. And let's go ahead and check out that 53 because I need to see what it looks like. Stephen Gibson. Yeah, orange gets me, and I do like that. That's a clean scheme if I say so myself. Good looking scheme. I think that'd be a worthy winner for sure. Got his A-class stripes on the back though. All right, well, let's get up. Let's try to see if we can talk to Kyle Roberts as we get ready to go back green, maybe in a lap or two. Let's see if we can get Kyle Roberts in here. Where's he at? There he is. If he says something bad when we pull him up here, I'm sorry, y'all. Kyle Roberts is Eddie and Jonah in the booth. You got us?
What's up, man?
Well, man, you are moving, dude. Up to 13th place, up 14 spots from where he started, man. What's going on, man? What you drinking? What they put in the water down there?
Well, I got me a little bit of Michelob Ultra in me for sure.
Oh, Michelob Ultra, and you're driving a Busch beer car? Come on, man. Sponsors ain't gonna be happy with that.
I couldn't find an Arca car with that paint.
Well, tell us about your race so far. Talk about the car. I mean, what you're dealing with. I mean, seems like you're having a pretty good run up through the field. What do you need to do? Maybe a little extra to get up towards the front. Tell us about your race.
Well, so far it's going pretty good. I'm just kind of hanging out, trying to miss all the mayhem. But I made 10 spots up on that pit stop there, so that helped a bunch.
Well, that's the way to do it, man.
Gonna try to see if I can keep from screwing it up here in a little bit.
Now, you know what they say. If you want to finish first, you got to finish first.
That ain't what they say. All right, Kyle. Well, man, appreciate you talking to us. And
all right, man. Hey, enjoyed the visit. I'm gonna try and keep from running over Kinder right quick.
Yeah. Let's see if he can talk to us. So we'll hopefully be talking to you at the end of the race.
All right. Yeah, I hope so.
You know what I'm gonna start doing, Jonah? Is I'm gonna start pulling guys up in here, and I'm gonna start putting them in the different chats. Put them in the wrong chat.
They start sharing their strategy with the wrong team.
What I ought to do is if guys get together, get into it with each other, bring them both up in here and talk to them and put them in the same chat together.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Do it 5 King style.
Well, we talked about some guys that are moving forward. Let's talk about some guys that are going backwards a little bit. Steve McDonald trying to take his time, be a little smart here, has dropped back a couple spots. Adam Lang, we saw him get up to the wall, so he's struggling. Of course, we saw Logan Sturgeon, Michael Morrison, Daniel Cunningham with their issues. So a couple guys going backwards. But Eric Burkhalter running 23rd with one good leg. So you know what? He's going to win a Chuck Pegleg award of some kind.
I mean, he's got the peg leg. You got to give it to him.
Well, we are under green again. William Griffin's going to stay out in that 12 Mr. Plow machine as, it's probably the safest place for him is out front. So he is elected to stay out. I can't imagine that's going to last very long. If it lasts through this turn, I'll be surprised. And they get wound up, and he's going to kind of give them that top side as those three are lined up. And Andy Kurt's able to get around Cofield there as Cofield not able to make that work. And, boy, Griff kind of in a bad spot here.
Yeah, he's trying not to block the track, but it's kind of just happening.
Yeah, he's going to get taken 3 wide here. It's Cofield looking, but, Griff's like, hey, man, can I get up here? And looks like Cofield going to allow that to happen. So Griff going to get up to the high side and allow these drivers to go underneath. Cofield gets a little bit loose.
Yeah, when you get up there around someone on old tires, you got to be decisive. You got to be quick about it. I think Cofield hesitated a little bit, and that's what hurt him on that restart. He kind of hesitated when he got a run on Griff, and he just wasn't able to complete the pass, and that allowed Kurtz to get out front.
Yeah, for sure. And Jesse Necula's starting to make his way up towards the front. He's been up here all race long, but you start to see him making some moves here. Yeah, you saw Cofield catch. Anytime you got somebody that's on older tires or maybe a lap car, the worst place to catch them is right off the corners, off of 2, off of 4, because you're just trying to use the whole track as, you see Griff in the wall. He's trying to save it. Looks like he's going to. It'll be 3 wide off the corner. Boy, I tell you what, Josh Smith, we got almost 4 wide back here with Garrett Kinder on the high side with Adam Lang, Josh Oswald, and who we just talked to, Kyle Roberts. So they're about to eat up the 12 car as 12 car is struggling here. As Kinder in the wall. Kinder stuck to the wall. Yeah, I tell you what, Griff hasn't had a chance to breathe here since this restart.
Did somebody make a mistake and load up Darlington?
I don't know, dude.
Because
awesome.
we are painting the wall black tonight, man.
Oh, my goodness. And 12 gets into the side of Aaron Adcock. And Griff is going from bad to worse. As Griff into the wall again with contact with the 23, and that right front is down.
His tire is gone.
Yeah, so he is going to have to try to get this thing to pit road safely. Oh, my goodness. Cars are coming. As he is dragging that right front. Let's see if he can make it to pit road. Golly, that's the worst thing that could happen. Looks like he is going to be able to make it to pit road, so we'll go back up front. Cofield not wasting any time, though, after sort of that little hiccup of being stuck behind Griff there. And
it must have heard me.
Yeah, well, some people do turn on the broadcast while they race. They're crazy, but they'll definitely do it. So I can't decide what's better, the low line, the middle line, or the top line. It seems like all of them are kind of working, which is really awesome.
To be honest, I don't think they can decide either. Oh, no.
Warnecki and Necula get together. As Warnecki is now stuck into the wall, his right front's gone. My goodness. You wasn't lying about the damn stripe, man. A bunch of people are getting it.
Yeah, it looks like Warnecki thought Necula was going to chop down to the apron, and Necula just held his line on the white line, and they touched, and it sent Warnecki up into the wall. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think that's what happened with the 23 and the 12 as well. As I think that Griff thought Aaron was going to go down to the apron. So, man, got to do a little bit of communication, let guys know what's going to go on, or just don't ever assume they're going to do what you think they are, especially in a track like this. But we got a battle for the lead here is Jonathan Cofield on the back bumper of the 5 machine of Andy Kurtz, as Cofield wasting no time here to get back up to the front. As we go forward with Kevin Kinder said hello in chat. What's going on, Kevin?
What's going on, Big G? I guess it'd be Big K, huh? Not Garrett.
Hey, it's Big G now. What's going on, G?
What's going on, G?
Well, we're seeing Cofield be able to get to the back bumper of Andy, but you see he really wants to be able to run that high line. Andy just really rimrodding here is going to make it really difficult for Cofield to make a pass. Seems like, and we've seen this before, where as you get on older tires and start to wear, that bottom just doesn't carry the momentum off the corner that you need. On new tires, you'll be able to hold it down there, but it's too tight here. We saw that in the trucks in another league here at this track. So high side looking strong.
Watching back in the pack, and it looks like a lot of cars are really pushing up off the corner, especially when they run that low line. You can just see the tires are just scrubbing as they slide up the track and almost into the wall every lap. So I think you're right. I think the high line is going to be the place to be.
Well, Cofield putting a lot of pressure here on Andy Kurtz, but I don't think Andy's not the type of guy to really get rattled. So I think we're going to see this battle for a while. As long as Andy can stay out of that wall, it's going to make it very, very difficult for Cofield to do anything with this, I think. But we'll see. All over the back bumper here.
This is a good race now.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt about it. You know, if you're Cofield, you know you're faster, you know, and I always think if you're in second place and you're faster than first place, that's like the best place to be because you are kind of in control. You know, you can be patient. You don't have to be in a rush. Nobody's getting away from you. You are the chaser, so you can be patient. Put the pressure on the guy. Make him make a mistake and, you know, try to save your stuff a little bit. But I think he's looking at seeing that 114 and that 84 coming up quick, and so I think maybe there he's going to try to get by him here. We'll see how that bottom line works.
Well, he clears him down into 1. He's going to slide up in front of him.
It might be a slide job, and Cofield able to make that bottom line stick. So Andy does have a good run, just nothing to do with it. So 153, Jonathan Cofield back out front, but it has become sort of a four-way battle here. It's Travis Bieber, Jesse Nekula making their way. As Andy Kurt's going to jump down to the inside, gets a huge run off 3 and 4. He's not willing to give it up that easy. He's going to drive down turn 1, try to replicate it, but not able to do it. Man, I tell you what, this is amazing.
Nicholas sneaking back up in here. He's going to see if he can get a piece of this too.
Yeah, that 84simstandings.com machine. Josh Smith in the top 5. He is the biggest mover of the race so far, as he is up 23 spots from where he started. Seen him involved in a couple incidents, but able to keep his nose relatively clean. And, man, he is on the move. Getting a little bit of an advantage here from these guys racing each other up front. As that really makes a difference. Is Nekula going to try to go down to the inside of Bieber again? Oh, and Travis Bieber gets into the wall there as, like you said, that wall just jumped up and grabbed him, and that was all she wrote. So that's going to really kill his momentum. Josh Smith's going to be able to take advantage of that. As that's the danger of running that high side. It does definitely keep the speed up, but it looks like Travis's car not hurt too bad as he's fighting back here with the 47 of Josh Smith.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he has any damage. I think he just may have got that right front a little hot. He's going to have to cool it off, but now's not the time to be slowing down. I mean, track position right now is going to be very important. If we get a caution now, it's really going to mix things up. So it's about time to start turning on those jets. If you've been saving, it's about time to start picking up that speed.
Yep. 24 laps to go, and I think we're probably going to be able to make it to the end if we go green. As we watch Garrett Kinder here with a big run on the 47 as he... 47's going to get into the wall here, and that's going to open the door for the 13. Is he going to be able to clear him off the corner? They are battling side by side. You see Josh Smith trying to fight for that position with Travis Bieber and loses a lot of time there and falls into the clutches of the 13.
Yeah, Kinder pulled a classic trick. He's done that to me a few times. He'll get a good run with the draft on you and get right up on your bumper, and that air bubble kind of pushes you into the corner a little bit, and it boosts Josh's speed. Josh just wasn't ready for it, and it just pushed him up enough to get him up into the wall, even though Kinder never actually made contact with him.
Well, very close, and we saw Kinder. He saw it happening and was able to get down so they didn't collect each other. As Kinder's going to get into the wall now, so you play with fire, you're going to get burned, and that's exactly what happened. Is he is now going to get passed back by the 47. So these guys battling hard here.
As a wise man once said, "Congratulations, you played yourself."
Let's go back
Here
up
comes
front.
Kyle Roberts, man. He's not done.
Yeah, he ain't playing around tonight, is he? Oh, is 13 going to get right up on the left rear quarter of the 47 as the 23 up here is showing some sparks here as his right front tire is jacked up here. Like he's gotten a little contact with the wall. So a tough night for the 23 as he is throwing sparks here. gets down on the apron. I don't know if that's a visual bug or what. I mean, I mean, according to the game, his right front tire is not working, but it looks like looks like he's moving pretty good. So I think that's just a visual bug. So he is just scared.
Man,
Hey, there, it
less
fixed itself.
friction.
It fixed
Hey,
itself.
dang. He reached out there and popped that sucker right back in, man.
Man,
That's
I tell
a
you,
trooper.
Look, 2022 brought all kinds of technological advances, and self-fixing cars is one of them, and that 23 has got the one. So let's go out front, though. We got a battle for the lead with 19 laps to go. Jonathan Cofield was able to make that pass and kind of stress out the lead, but Andy Kurtz reeling him back in. So
Yeah, I think Andy saved a little bit of his tire.
Yeah, absolutely. We go back and watch this battle between Josh Smith, Garrett Kinder, and Kyle Roberts.
This might be the best battle on the track right now.
Michael Kosick in chat says, can't wear out the right front if it doesn't touch the track. Hell yeah. No doubt about that. Yeah, this battle right here is the one to watch, man. Golly, they are getting with it.
And Aaron Adcock's in the wall again. I guess he's trying to get that tire popped up again. He was faster.
I tell you what, Garrett Kinder all over the back bumper of Josh Smith.
Oh, he got awful close to that wall. You
Woo!
couldn't put a piece of paper
Oh,
through
my
there.
goodness. Oh, and the 3 wide, and they touch. The 35 and the 13 touch each other. And they keep it together, though, and the 35 is starting to work on Josh Smith here from 5th place.
Caution's out.
Oh, no. Michael
Michael Morrison
goes around with 17 laps to go, and that's going to change a lot.
Yeah, that was the caution we talked about. Track position being important, controlling that restart. So Andy Kurtz, though, it says he's in the lead. He made the pass.
We're going to go look at that. Yeah, we're going to go look at that battle. It looks like Cofield gets into the wall. And man, what a horrible time to get into the wall. And Andy Kurtz goes by, and then almost immediately the caution comes out. So Andy Kurtz able to get that lead away, so he'll lead them down into what do you think? Do you think you taking 4 tires here? Or you staying out on the track, Jonah?
I'm definitely pitting here. This is a high-speed track. It's not a short track. Not something you want to be caught out with 10. How many laps we got to go? 15 laps to go. Yeah, I think there's enough laps left. I think you got to come down and take some tires.
Well, do you think? I mean, if I had to guess, I think there's going to be quite a few people who try to take 2 tires. If you're up here at the front, do you just take 2 tires knowing that, or you just go with 4 knowing that 4 tires is going to be superior?
I think the track's too fast to gamble with 2. There's certain tracks so you can make that work, especially short tracks or some of the 1-mile tracks. But a place like Kansas, Logan was telling us it's basically almost wide open in qualifying laps. And if you're up front, you're going to be hanging it all out. You can't afford to be lifting when everybody else is standing there wide open. So I think you got to go with 4, man.
I think you're right. I think we'll see some guys try it, and I think they'll be very disappointed. But, you stay out, take the 2 tires, get out front, and we have caution after caution after caution. It could play out in your hands, but as we saw with Griff staying out, those tires made a huge difference.
Yeah, these like I said, these fast tracks, it's it could be a second and a half a lap easily. So Andy Kurtz takes 4, and as he comes on out, looks like he's going to win the battle off pit road.
Yep, he does. We see the battle off pit road here is Travis Beaver going to come out in 3rd, Josh Smith, Jesse Necula. So don't see anybody doing anything crazy. So I guess they probably heard you. As looks like our lucky dog winner is Alan Wernicke, I guess.
Well, Kyle Roberts lives on pit road and he dies on pit road. He lost a lot of positions that time down. Let's go back and see what happened to him.
Yeah, we'll rewind it back and see if we can see what happened to Kyle.
Maybe he was behind him before he came in. I don't know what happened to him.
Maybe got caught up in
Oh, Kyle actually spun. He was running in 6th place, and when the caution came out, he spun. He hit the apron, spun down the backstretch. Lost a lot of track position.
Yeah, that's disappointing because under caution, if you do that, normally you know, in real life you would get that position back most likely, but in iRacing, if you spin out, it considers you part of the wreck, and it will just automatically, anybody that passes you, they will get those spots. So disappointing way to lose a bunch of positions, but I mean, if you did it once, you can do it again, right? I don't know. 14 laps alone, not that much time.
Well, who's your pick? Who are you going to go with here for these this little shootout that we're about to have?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like Cofield is a little bit better on the short run. I feel like Andy Kurtz is, you know, maybe a little bit better on the long run. But I mean, a long run could be 10 laps, depending on what you're talking about. So I don't know. It's hard for me to say. I think both of them are equally as fast. I don't think we've seen either one of them show their hand. And I think drivers back there like Josh Smith, Travis Bieber, Jesse Nekula, Garrett Kinder, and Adam Lang. I mean, gosh, the top 7 I feel like are fast enough to win. So I feel like the front 2 have really kind of separated themselves. But you just never know what guys have in the tank until it gets down to the end. You know, gets down to feeding time.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I think these two up front are going to race each other really hard. Obviously, it's basically 12 laps to go when we come back to the green flag, and you have to hang it all out now. Like you said, they weren't showing their hands earlier, but they definitely are going to be now. They track positions, everything. You can't give up the lead here if another caution comes out. You got to control the restarts. This might be an opportunity for Josh Smith or Travis Bieber to sneak their nose in there when those guys get side by side. So maybe we'll see some 3-wide action.
Yeah, I've got my eyes on the 47 car because he's just been so fast, and you know, he's racing really hard with Garrett Kinder there. But you know, as it get up towards the front, I'm really got my eye on that 47. I think he can do something with it. The Oval Addicts they're sneaky now. You see them in the 47 and 84. They'll get up there and they'll be kind of just hanging out, and all of a sudden they'll be up there racing for the win. So.
It's an Earnhardt night, so I'm taking the 114, that Tasmanian Devil and Looney Tunes car. So let's go.
There you go. Well, all right, getting ready for one of the last few restarts. 13 laps to go, 12 laps as we come down to the green. Lights are on the track, and Andy Kurtz is gone. He's going to bring Travis Bieber with him. Those guys are teammates. Obviously going to be counting down to restarts a little bit, and that's definitely allowed. We love teamwork. And going to be able to get that lead, and Travis Bieber going to be working the inside, but that high line is going to get wound up here as Jonathan Cofield able to settle in second place. Josh Smith all over the back bumper of Travis Bieber. What's he going to do knowing that high line is so superior? Thought about going low, but eventually just stayed up to the high line.
Yeah, it looks like he lifted a little bit in turn 1 and 2 on that restart. He was
Rick!
trying not to get loose.
Steve McDonald is sideways on the track, and caution is out. Looks like him and Steve McDonald and who is that? Josh Oswald gets together. Let's see if we can go back and see what happened. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Oh, you're fine. Looked like Steve McDonald just got loose and came down into Oswald there coming out of turn 4. Just incidental contact, but these cars are so on edge on fresh tires, it was just enough to loop him all the way around.
Well, I got to say, great job by everybody missing that. Is Josh Oswald able to go through the grass and keep it straight, and then Steve McDonald able to get it locked down, and everybody was able to miss that wreck. So great job by everybody with their wreck avoidance. But we are under caution again. I'll tell you what, let's
pain of the night. Let's finish it off.
Oh, you want to do the pain of the night? Man, I don't know. We got to settle on one. So man, I tell you what, that 53, you called it. I don't know what I think we can agree on that 53. It's a good looking scheme. If I can find him. There
He's running 11th place.
Stephen Gibson. That's going to be your pain of the night. Man, that's just a good, simple, good color palette. Nice little scheme. So that's going to be your Smil Racing Design's best paint of the night. And that is Stephen Gibson. So congratulations, Stephen, on a great paint. You know.
I'll have to go get me some Evan Williams bourbon now.
That's right. Got him a little Baby Yoda on the left rear, it looks like.
I like that. That's It's pretty cool.
Well, there you go. Paint scheme of the night. And I tell you what, I'm going to bring Josh Smith up here. I want to talk to him. Hey, Josh, this is Eddie and Jonah in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, we got you down here.
We're not going to spend a whole lot of time. That way you can get up there and talk to your teammates and get your strategies and stuff figured out. But, man, you have been moving up through the field, 24 spots. Man, some badass racing up here at the front. Now you find yourself in a position on the high line that you've been running most of the race. And with about 10 laps to go, man, what you plan? What you thinking about doing here?
We're going to stand on the skinny pedal here and hope we're out front when the checkered flag comes in here. But I'm honestly hoping that I think these front two guys here are going to get into a tight battle here and just kind of hope they bump into each other and open up a gap, and we're there in the right place at the right time. Been lucky. The Chevy's been running good all night, and we got her up front here.
Well, all right. Well, you're coming down the back stretch, so we'll let you go. That way y'all can get back to what you was doing. But appreciate you talking to us, and good luck.
Yep, thank you.
Sorry, Jonah, I didn't mean to cut your question off, but I wanted to make sure I got him back in time, as it's a bad time to bring somebody up to an interview as you come down to the last restart. But I wanted to hear what he had to say, as that 47's been rolling. So, but he's got his teammate behind him, the 47-84. You can see the paint schemes kind of match up, but Andy Kurtz right now is your leader, and he is going to bring us down for this final caution, hopefully. But at least one of the last, and he gets a great jump there. His teammate doesn't really get a good jump, and that's actually going to put him behind the 8 ball, as the 153 able to get down behind him, and the race is on. Andy Kurtz able to get a good jump. Go ahead, Jonah.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe he didn't count him down this time, because it looked like Cofield actually got on the throttle before he did. So Bieber falling back a little bit to the clutches of Josh Smith and Garrett Kender, who's got fresh tires and he's ready to roll.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see the high line start to wind up here as they finally get the RPMs up. But Josh not able to really use that high line just yet. It seems like Bieber's able to hold him off quite a bit. And Andy Kurtz, I tell you what, I think he might have been, I don't know, maybe he tried to snooker him a little bit. He was showing his whole hand.
Yeah, I think their tires are fresh enough right now. Oh, he very cleared him.
Oh, my goodness.
They are racing the wheels off them cars.
Josh Smith was in a tough spot there, as he's going to push up a little bit in Travis Bieber, and they're going to make contact. Bieber hits the wall trying to avoid him. And Josh Smith going to pull down and block the 13. So 47 getting a little wild there, as Bieber, they I don't think they were going to touch. Yeah, he's in the wall, and he's going backwards. Tough break for him, as Garrett Kender going to jump up into third place, going to make the move on the 47, as he looks like he's losing time. But let's go back up front, as we've got 6 laps to go. Jonathan Cofield, they are running neck and neck as far as times go. Cofield makes a big time on him right there off of 4. That time by Cofield, almost 2.5 tenths faster than Andy Kurtz. Going to look down to the inside. Andy Kurtz going to jump down to the bottom, going to cut that nose off, try to keep that from happening. And Andy Kurtz able to hold him off for now. But, man, look at Cofield is rolling.
Yeah, I'm riding on board with Cofield right now. It looks like that back end's trying to step out on him on the corner exit. That car is nice and loose for him. It's really allowing them to get on the throttle and race the hell out of these cars, as both of their back ends are kicking out off turn 4.
Yeah, as we go back and look at Adam Lang, after that first incident, getting into the wall, has made his way back up into the top 4, taking advantage of some of these guys having issues, and he's trying to track down to 13. So we got racing all over the track. Aaron Adcock, look at him on the outside around Mickey Isaac for 6th place. We saw Aaron tire fixing itself, going through the inside of the track, and he is working that top side. Oh, as soon as I get to him, he gets to the wall. That's not going to be good. But we got a battle for the lead, as I am trying to catch everything here at the end. But 2 laps to go. Andy Kurtz trying to hold off a hard-charging Jonathan Cofield, as Cofield going to have to try to figure out a way to get around him on that bottom side.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to make it work down there, but I think that right front tire is starting to heat up on him. He's been driving it real hard the last few laps, and it's really starting to push off of 2. See Andy Kurtz kind of slinging the car down into turn 3. His car's still free. He's got the opportunity of clean air.
Andy Kurt's going to get a little bit loose there. That's going to open the door for the 153, as he may have gotten a little bit loose too. Just a small run, not a huge run. He is all over the back bumper, going to drive down to the inside in the corner. Not enough there to maybe clear Andy, as he was a little out of shape too. But these guys are driving the hell out of these cars. I love this.
Yeah, he gave him a little shove in the one, did that little Kinder move. It didn't work out for him that time, but man, they are driving the wheels off these things.
Yeah, Andy almost just loses the whole race there off of 4, but able to keep it together. White flag is out for Andy Kurtz and Jonathan Cofield. This is your last shot. If you're the 153, you got to figure out a way. I think you got to get up there, get that thing wound up on the outside, and make a move into 3 and 4. But Andy Kurtz, man, he is driving the heck out of it, and I just don't think Jonathan Cofield's got anything for him now.
Yeah, unless Andy Kurtz hits the wall here, I think that's all she wrote. He's going to take that high line in the 3 and 4 for the final time. Cofield sends it.
But not going to be able to do it, as the 5 is going to cross the line with the 153 right behind him, and Andy Kurtz is going to be the winner of your Skidsteer 100 in Kansas Speedway tonight. And I tell you what a fantastic race, man. That was a lot of fun. And Andy Kurtz up 4 spots from where he started, able to take home that win. Not a dominant performance, as we had 2 or 3 drivers, him and Cofield, really the class of the field tonight. But Andy pulling off 2 in a row in the Lottridge Brake Pedal Arca Series as the 23 comes in and blasts the 13. Damn good race, Jonah. What do you think?
That was a lot of fun. We had a lot of big movers. We had a lot of action on the pack, a lot of side-by-side racing. I mean, what was not to like about it, something for everyone.
Yeah, I love the Arca Series, man. I don't know what it is. They just race the best, it seems like. And, man, just did not disappoint tonight. That was one of the best races I've seen in a while. Not as difficult as Darlington, not having to race the track as much, able to race each other. And you see the fireworks going off. And we're going to go ahead and jump into the Shappy Edits post-race interviews. And go ahead and talk to our fellas here. And starting with Garrett Kinder in that 13 machine. Bring him up in the booth now. Garrett, there's Eddie and Jonah in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, man. What's going on?
Well, you are the Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award winner. Man, 20 spots from where you started in the back, all the way up to 3rd place.
How about that?
Man, you were making that topside roll, man. What was it like out there, and how were you able to get up there through the field like you did?
Man, I'll be honest. I stuck myself in situations I probably shouldn't have. There were some pretty close calls here and there. Ended up kind of scraping the wall a couple of times, but it's been a long time. You know, we've run the Cup cars and we've run the trucks here at Kansas, and it's been a long time since the top line has been that much fun. So, man, as soon as I figured out it was up there and that there was some speed behind it, I was pretty much married to it, and I wasn't going away from it.
Well, Kinder, speaking of getting into the wall, how was that right rear feeling tonight? Was the car loose at all for you, or was it just pretty much pushing tight all night?
Man, it really never did really get loose. It was actually just the perfect amount of loose. So if you run that high line, either somebody in front of you that's slow, you could just gas it up a little bit early, and it would just rotate that car and point you off the bottom, and you would just absolutely zoom. Made a couple passes like that by basically intentionally getting the car a little bit out of shape, and then just driving it off the bottom from the top side, and it was a lot of fun. The right rear, man, it really never gave up on me. We had about the perfect amount of run, laps per run, for where it never really gave out. But right front was getting a little hairy. I was driving it in kind of deep there towards the end of that second run, but yeah, right rear was all good, man.
Well, all right, Kinder. Well, you know the drill, man. Who you got to thank? Who keeps that 13 machine rolling like it does?
Let him bust out his list.
I've got it in my hand. I had to dig it off the floor because I dropped it earlier. I got to thank first and foremost Kinder Farm and Ranch. They're not on the hood of this car, but they're on the hood of everything else. I think I got across 5 cattle coolers on the front of this one. But thank Kinder Farm and Ranch. Love having family on board. It's fantastic. Ratchet Speed Shop, right along the same lines. He's been a family friend for so long that we consider him family. And I wouldn't be doing near as much of this if it wasn't for those 2 sponsors there. It means the world to me whenever I get the text messages and the phone calls, congratulating me or saying, shucks, get them next time. Of course, got to thank Big Frig and Cross 5 Cattle Coolers. Eddie, here's the line for you. If you want to keep your stuff hot and keep your stuff cold for cheaper and longer than anybody else, make sure you look up Big Frig and Cross 5 cattle coolers at bigfrig.com. Ray Page over at Wolfpack Racing, heck of a guy to know. Got to go talk to him. Reaper Racing, all my teammates over here. Man, it's fun racing this series. Brandon does a hell of a job keeping this thing running and keeping all the guys in check. And man, it's fun. I love starting from the back and seeing how far I can make it up. Made it up to third tonight, so pretty good run.
All right, man. Well, a fun race. A lot of fun watching you tonight. Third place. Oh, so close. But a good finish nonetheless. Well, congratulations. And man,
thank y'all up in the booth as well. I appreciate what y'all do. Y'all put on a heck of a show up there every night, too. I can't wait to watch you and Jonah cutting it up.
All right, man. Well, we will talk to you later. I never know how to end the interviews when I'm trying to kick them out.
Get out of my
well,
dang boots.
Yippity-doo-dah. All right. Well, anyway, let's bring our second place finisher up here, Jonathan Cofield. Fantastic race from him. So, Jonathan, Eddie, and Jonah in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, Cofield, man, you qualified up front. You ran up front all night long. And, man, you and Andy had a hell of a battle. Came up a little bit short there on that last little deal. But nothing to hang your hat at. I know second place never feels great. But, man, that was a fun battle. I think you and Andy were the class of the field for sure. Talk a little bit about your race and how it went.
No, I had a good race. I ain't never gonna win one of these daggum things, but I'm trying. You know, I'm right up front every week. Kurtz was fast. When I got away from him those 2 times, I think I hit the wall about 4 times, and he passed me on one of those, and that kind of got me behind a little bit.
Jonathan, this is Jonah, man. Good racing with you last week. It's fun to see you out there racing Kurt so hard this week. Somebody's got to knock him off that throne. I think you're the guy to do it. Just keep plugging at it. You know what they say, the first win's always the hardest, so I think you'll get there. You think you would have had anything for him if you had another restart, maybe another caution come out, or was the hot line just too dominant for him, or what was going on there?
I needed a few more laps to go, and I believe I could have made something happen. That late caution kind of got me there, and he was getting real good jumps on the restart. It'd take me about 2 or 3 to run him down. So,
well, still a great run, man. Second place, nothing to sneeze at, and like Jonah said, you keep running second up the top 2 or 3 every race. Eventually, you're gonna get one, so it's just a matter of time. But a lot of fun to watch you race. And as always, man, who you got to thank? Any sponsor shout outs? Anybody you want to thank for getting that thing around the track?
I hope I can get my first win in Outlaws so I can make it in the playoffs. But yeah, you guys for putting on the broadcast in the booth. Y'all do a hell of a job. I watch it right after we get done racing. Lockridge Brake Pedals, Flexible Freight Solutions, Mill Racing Designs. I hope Eric Burkhalter gets better. He's an awesome driver. All my teammates. I got Steve McDonald and Morrison with me, and we've been doing a lot of practicing together, kind of getting along. And Cofield Asphalt refinishing. Maybe I can do better next week.
Well, there you have it. Second place finisher Jonathan Cofield. As you can definitely tell, a little bit disappointed, but hey, that's what you want to be. You never want to be happy with second place. I mean, if you're getting happy with second place, you're not really trying hard enough. So definitely can feel a little bit of disappointment, but it's still a good run nonetheless. But I tell you what, who had a great run, and that's Andy Kurtz. We're gonna bring him in now. Andy, this is Eddie and Jonah in the booth. You got us?
What's up, guys? I got you.
Man, fantastic race from you. Didn't qualify. You qualified 5th, and had to work your way through a couple drivers, really fast drivers, but quickly made your way to the front. And you kind of hung out there most of the race, and you and Cofield seemed to kind of go back and forth, trade blows. But there at the end, you were able to get it. Well, tell me about your race. What was it like out there, and how were you able to keep that car out front?
Yeah, man, that was a heck of a race. I had a ton of fun every lap. I love these cars. This is my last race running this season. So super happy to be able to run here at Kansas. I love how the groove sort of starts out on the bottom when the tires are new, and then it quickly works its way up. You could get away with the middle lane, top lane, but I love tracks where you could mile and a half where you could run the top and make it work. And was able to do that tonight, and it's a lot of fun. And that last run, then when we pitted and we had about 10 to go, I knew like we didn't really have to worry about tires or anything. So I was really just driving in my mirror. I knew Jonathan was probably a little bit quicker than me. I think he was the best car tonight. But I knew if I could just keep the dirty air on him and drive in the mirror, should be able to hang on to it, and we did, and some race by everyone.
Andy, Jonah up here. Congrats on your win, man. 2 in a row.
Up, Jonah. Thank you.
I'm sure some of these guys are probably glad to see you this be your last race, but it's kind of sad for me because I still got a couple to run, and I was hoping to run with you some more. But oh man, it's so much fun to watch you turn this car. I mean, I really don't have many questions other than I saw him pull a slide, Cofield pull a slide job on you early in the race, and then I saw you get a run on the high side, and you kind of backed out of it. Were you saving your tire there, or had you burned your stuff up? What was kind of going through your mind on that long run?
Yeah. I think I just wanted to take it a little easy. I think I was on the inside of him getting into, I don't know if it was 1 or turn 3, but I didn't really know how to run the bottom on old tires and make it work. So I think I just played it safe, and I didn't want to get in his door. So just figured I'd do that and see if I could work my way back up on him, running the top there. So that's probably all I was doing.
Well, it was a beautiful sight seeing that Budweiser car ripping the wall there,
Yeah,
man.
man.
I love that paint scheme. It's definitely one of my favorite on the track every weekend. So
Yes, sir. Me too. Yeah, it's a good one for sure. Gonna keep that one.
Well, all right, Andy. Well, another great win, 2 in a row here at Kansas. Who you got to thank? You know the drill.
Yeah, man. Well, as always, thank you guys. Well, all of the broadcasts are awesome, but I love going back and watching this one. So I'm gonna certainly go do that here soon, and just want to thank the league, Original Rebels Racing League, for putting on all these awesome different series. Arca is one of my favorite, but there's so many good ones here racing with you guys. And of course, want to thank our main sponsor here, Lot Ridge Brake Pedals, for putting this on.
Well, there you have it. Congratulations, Andy, on his second win in a row. Just a really, really fun race, Jonah. But let's go ahead and let's go through the results and see who was able to recover. Maybe some guys who struggled there at the end. And I'm struggling. Okay, there we go. We know the top 3. Adam Lang comes home in 4th, able to recover after that initial stick to the wall. I'll take the first 10. You take the next, man. Jesse Necula rounds out the top 5. Mickey Isaac in 6th. Aaron Adcock, man, able to recover and finish 7th. Kyle Roberts finished 8th. He was able to recover after dropping back way back after spinning under caution. Able to come back
19 spots.
Yeah, able to come back and finish in the top 10, finishing 8th, man. That was a great run by both him and Aaron. Josh Oswald 9th, Brandon Wallace 10th.
Councilman Josh Stokovitz comes out 11th. Brandon Pollock puts it in 12th. He made up 14 spots on the night, so a good run for him in that DEI number 1 Pennzoil car. Greg Barnett finished in 13th. He was up 16 spots from 29th. Josh Smith coming home in 14th. He was up 14 spots. A lot of big movers in this race. Daniel Lee Cunningham finishes 15th. A good showing for JC Motorsports. Matt Knights in 16th, up 14 spots from his 30th place. Did what he set out to do, said he was just take care of his car, and he did so. Stephen McDonald in 17th. He had kind of a rough night. He started 3rd and just kind of fell back. I think he got involved in one of those early incidents, got spun around, and just was never able to recover. Philip Monzo in 18th. He started 19th, so he kind of hung out there and took care of his car. I never really saw him getting in many trouble. Tyler Rice in 19th, and then Charlie Gates in 20th.
Gene Watkinson, me and Gene going to bring up 21st. Chuck Pegleg Phelps finishes 22nd. Alan Renecki, disappointing 23rd, I'm sure, for him. Stephen Gibson, your John Smeal Racing Designs paint of the night winner, finishes 24th. Ryan Derrick finishes 25th. Kenneth Pack finishes 26th. Griff 27th. And really, really disappointed, I'm sure, is the P&J Hard Luck Award winner, Travis Beaver, who was up there racing in the top 5. It gets into the wall and ends up a couple laps down in 28th. So tough deal there for him. But overall, I got to tell you, that was one of the best races I've watched in a long time. So definitely appreciate everybody that raced tonight, putting on a good show. So a few cautions here and there, but Jonah, I think this one delivered tonight.
Yeah, Kansas is a track that usually puts on a good show. It's got multiple grooves, and just want to give a shout out again to Eric Burkhalter, man, for showing up and trying to tough it out and race. He finished 6 laps down in 30th, but the fact that he even made it out here tonight says a lot about his character and just trying to push through an injury, man.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I thought I'd reached the end of the results, but you're absolutely right. Logan Surgeon finishes 29th, Eric Burkhalter in 30th, and 31st, Michael Morrison, who we saw having trouble early on. So sorry about that. I thought I clicked it and it didn't go anymore. So make sure we get them. And speaking of Eric Burkhalter, let's talk to him and let's see what he was dealing with tonight. Hey, Eric, this is Eddie and Jonah in the booth. You got us?
Gotcha, man.
Well, tell us about your race. It looked like it ended a little bit earlier, finished 30th, but you driving injured tonight. Tell us about it and how was it like out there driving with that hurt foot?
It wasn't too bad. Pain-wise, it hadn't been too bad yet, but they're expecting surgery in the next week or so, so I'm sure it's going to get bad. Man, it felt good. Car got tight and I got in the wall once, and then me and Kinder got together a little bit. Kind of put me behind, and then there at the end, there's a car in the wall, and we, unfortunately, I was the outside car, and we went 4 wide and just wasn't room, so went ahead and parked it with a couple laps to go. I'd already used my fast repair, so it was kind of over with.
Hey, Eric, so were you using your left foot or your right foot tonight?
Hell, I was using them both. The right one, I actually asked the doctor about iRacing, and he told me if I can move it up and down, that's okay, as long as, as long as I can tolerate the pain. Like I said, it didn't hurt me too bad as far as pain goes, so my brake's pretty stiff, so I had to use my left foot for braking, but which took a little getting used to, but wasn't too bad driving wise.
And the way I saw it, there weren't many people using their brakes out there tonight, if you know what I mean.
I do. I was trail braking a little bit, but there's a couple times I had to really stand on them.
Well, it was awesome seeing you out on the track, man. Always a good time talking to you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll still be around. I may have to join Eddie up here a couple days or something.
Come on. All right. Well, man, just wanted to talk to you, knowing that we kind of named the race after you, the Skidsteer 100. So we just wanted to check in and see how the racing was with a bum foot. Come home 30th, but still, man, you were running pretty good up there. So I think you're gonna be all right. We'll see you next week, hopefully, and hopefully the surgery and everything goes well, and we'll be thinking about you, and definitely let us know what's going on with it.
Appreciate it, guys.
Well, there you have it. A great race, man, and we'll kind of go over real quick before we end this broadcast. It's getting kind of late, but so far your season standings: Jonathan Cofield on top with 379 points. Josh Oswald in second place, 362 with that one win. Adam Lang sitting right behind him with 360 points in third place. And then it kind of drops back a little bit to Mickey Isaac and Brandon Wallace. But Eric Burkhalter doing what he has to get into the playoffs. He is sitting in sixth with 314 points. Going to be a big deal to get these races in so he didn't fall too far behind. So Cofield leading the way with no wins. But I think they're coming pretty soon.
Yeah, we got one more race before the playoffs. They had the Milwaukee Mile next week, and then they start the playoffs at Bristol.
Oh, man. Oh, that'll be a blast. I can't wait for that. But, man, what a great broadcast. A lot of fun. Thank you, Jonah, for joining. I want to thank Brandon Wallace for putting on this series, Griff for kind of running the whole show, and all the other admins that put on these series and put a lot of work into it and, put a lot of time and effort that is obviously thankless most of the time. So definitely appreciate everybody who, anybody, even non-admins, guys who put in work on the league, who do things extra like Adam Lang does for the Outlaw Series, little things that just make it feel more alive and contribute. I want to thank anybody who does that because you're definitely appreciated. So for Eddie Smith, Jonah Colbert on Rebel Racing Network, this was the Lotter's Brake Pedal Arca Series, and we will see you next week as we get ready to set the field for the playoffs And so y'all come back and watch it. Want to thank Kevin Kinder, Mike Kostick, Alex V, Jason Warren for being in chat. Always glad to have y'all, and everybody that goes back and watches, man. We sure do appreciate y'all. So y'all have a good night, and we will see you next week.